As you know, the world's in crisis. Not only is your home and family life in crisis, but now the whole bloody world is. So I've been out there fighting the good fight, trying to bring truth and love to all the convoys in Canada that's going on. So I was fully involved. And you know what? I want to talk about this because it has a lot to do, your struggle with your family life has a lot to do with what's going on a global level, on a bigger scale. Remember what I always say, every decision we make is based on fear or love. And what we're seeing right now is a hell of a lot of fear, all right, and not enough love. So that's what the fight is. So yeah, so there's a lot of fear mongering, and this, as you can see, the world is dividing into, it's not about vax or non-vax. It's about whether you're following the fear or you're following the faith and the love. So my job is to get you out of the fear from your own family and move you into a place of love and peace of mind. So that's what the goal is here. Because when you're vibrating there, then you don't lose a lot of energy to fear and, lack of faith. So, you know what? Now that doesn't mean that you're immune to it. Because quite honestly, even though I vibrate in a place of love and peace, a lot of this noise is getting me fired up as well. So it's just a matter of how to control your emotions so they don't control you. All right? And that's what it means to be an evolved, emotionally healthy person. Back to losing your energy to people that are bullies or berating you. And it always goes back to holding your energy and holding your space and feeling good and confident about who you are. So that doesn't mean that you become pig-headed or closed-minded and it's your way or the highway. No, just means that a lot of people who are very strong A-type personalities, they'll always try to find the weaker person or what they deem as a weaker person. So if you are that, then they have no problems trying to come after you the same way. So here's how it works. We're all in the struggle for energy because energy is everything. That's what we're fighting for. Energy is health, energy is vitality, energy is life. All right? So healthy, positive, conscious people know to get energy, they could do positive things. They could pray, they could laugh, they could exercise, they could eat healthy, they could get the right amount of sleep, they could do Reiki, they could go outside in nature, spend time with animals and children. These are all positive ways to get energy, okay? However, most of the world, and this is what's happening in the world, fear-based, unconscious people get their energy from other people who react to them. So if you're reactive to your family, to the world, guess what? You give away your energy. This is why you're feeling depleted, hopeless, and you feel like that you have no hope. When I was listening to the convoy of freedom that's going on in Canada right now, in Ottawa, that's one of the biggest things people have said. They're on the phone, they're online in tears, literally saying that you've inspired hope in me. People on the verge of wanting to kill themselves, hurt themselves because they feel hopeless. And there's maybe some of you who are listening right now that feel that way in their families. That's because you're giving away your energy, your vitality. And when your energy is given away, it starts to get lower. When you're living in low energy, day after day, after day. And that's kind of what's happening, both in your family and both in the world. This is consuming. This is consuming us to the point where we don't know what to do. So I'm here to tell you, you have to find little things that are going to help you to hold on to your energy. And that means right now, discarding or setting emotional boundaries. That was some of the questions people have asking too. What do they do? You have to set emotional boundaries for yourself. Even if you're living in the home with the person, find a room that's yours. Create a space that's safe, and that's basically what it's going to narrow down to. But that's only the first step. So first is create the space, create the emotional space of protection around you so you're not continuously losing energy to these toxic people, toxic world. The next step, and this is the most important, you have to work on your self-love. You have to work on the relationship with you so that you reclaim that confidence, that self-worth, right? So that no one can bully you around. So creating a two-step process, creating the emotional boundaries, the safe place. Next step, work on yourself. And that's why I'm here. I have that solution to help you restore your self-love, to love yourself again, so you can stay strong in the face of adversity. And that's what we're facing right now. A lot of adversity at home and in the world. All right? It's coming at us from all over the place. And the only way you're going to get through it is you got to have a strong sense of self. Now, that doesn't mean you become an egomaniac. Just means that you're confident in yourself and you have faith in something bigger than you, that we're going to push through it and carry you through this dark time. That's what needs to happen here, right? The vampires. They know who to go to. They pick and choose their people very strategically. It's not a coincidence that they've picked you, all right? Because in the past or even the present, you're showing them that you're an easy, energetic meal ticket. That with enough bullying and coercion, they can bend you the way they want. Now, some of it from what I'm reading is because of your survival. You have to live with these people to survive. I get it. I was raised in a toxic, controlling family as well. And at one point, I couldn't take care of myself and provide for myself. So I felt that I had to stay stuck. But even if you are in that situation, there's things you can do to keep your energy high. Get in contact with people that are positive, that are loving, friends, family, other family members who will keep you up while you're struggling, okay? Read books. There's so much stuff online, my group, but download one of the programs. I got 3 different programs to help whatever your situation is, okay? If you're divorced and you're angry or unhappy because you're dealing with a toxic ex or family members, there's a program for you. If you're a parent struggling with a difficult child, there's a program for you. If you're an adult child struggling with toxic parents or family members, there's a program for you, okay? So there are things you can do to get through and ride this very negative wave that we're going through right now, both globally and in your family, all right? That's who I want to work with, all right? So I understand there's a time to feel bad and to feel sorry for yourself. I get it. But what we have to do is we got to pull ourselves out of this. We got to stay strong and we got to reclaim our life, both, in the world that's going on, but also in our family lives. We got to love ourselves enough to want to do the work, to heal ourselves, stay strong, and create the life you really deserve. Okay? And if you don't know me by now, I don't beat around the bush. I have a lot of love and compassion, but I'm also going to kick your ass a little bit to get you out of the whiny stage into the reactive doing something about it stage. Because more, if you haven't noticed, more than ever before, it's critical that we work on ourselves and not succumb to all the fear and all the anxiety and the bullying and the stress that's going on in the real world and probably in your family as well. So more than ever before, you need to be strong for this, okay? And I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. But I can't help you if you don't reach out, okay? You have to take that step. Now, some of you are doing that. You're asking the questions, but you can't stop there, okay? You got to put some skin in the game. You got to do the work. It's no different than your physical health. Just staring at a treadmill and looking at glamorous pictures of somebody you want to look like is not enough. You got to get on the treadmill. You got to change your diet. You have to change the way you think. So emotional healing is the same, okay? You got to put some skin in the game. You got to be willing to deal with your demons. You got to be willing to change your lifestyle to improve your mental health and your emotional health, okay? But I know that might sound overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. It was for me because I had to figure it all out myself. But I'm here to help you each and every step of the way. I'm going to help you, okay? So I've actually created on a bigger scale another website that I've put on the chat and the group called The Greater Good. If you're feeling down, all right, it's a free website, doesn't hurt. All you got to do is jump on. If you're feeling down, you need some inspiration, you need to feel some love, get on that website. It's called the Greater Good website. All right, I'll put the link later. Go on there, watch the movies, get inspired, because we all have bad days, and it's getting harder than ever, especially with the world in crisis, to stay positive all the time. I admit that. So I created that site so you have something to tune into. There's videos there, there's inspirational people, there's, something to aspire to. That's what we need right now. We need something to aspire to, and you've got that. So you've got that website. Few people have asked about cutting ties, and I could tell you from someone who's cut ties completely from all my family, that is one of the hardest things to do. It's like, so that shouldn't be the first thing to do. If you are in an abusive situation or your safety is being challenged, absolutely, then that's something you have to consider, getting yourself to a safe space. But if you're just dealing with the day-to-day negativity, stress, and that's what I'm picking up from most of you, then cutting ties, you're not there yet. You have to be in a place of emotional strength to be able to do that. You know why? Because most of the world will tell you to stay put, because it's unusual. Even the fact that I've got a group like this, most people don't talk about dysfunction, okay? It's taboo. So the fact that you want to cut ties, if you don't have a healthy self-esteem already, that's going to break you down more. That's going to invite a lot of guilt, all right, and a lot of shame, because, oh, bad daughter, bad son, who are you to, disrespect your parents? So you've got to be at a whole other headspace to take that step. Now, at some point, it'd probably be necessary, just like it was for me, but I couldn't do it right away. So what I recommend for you, get strong, because what you're asking to do, let me give you an example. That's like saying you want to start toning up and lifting weights and toning your body. And I'm going to go over and lift a 200-pound weight right now. When I first started, you're not there yet. You're going to hurt yourself, right? Something's going to go wrong. So from going from where you are to cutting ties, that's lifting the 200-pound weight. You got to start small. You got to start conditioning yourself, conditioning your thoughts, right? Building slowly that strength, that self-love, that self-confidence before you can get to the 200-pound weight, okay? You can't jump from the fire to the pot. You got to build that. And the way that you're going to build that is you got to start reclaiming the love and feeling good about yourself again. That's how you're going to do it, till you're strong enough to say, you know what? I deserve better. I deserve better than this, okay? So right now, you got to start small, the little things, learning how to appreciate yourself, because my guess is that you've heard so much critically damaging stuff in your life and in your family, that you don't love yourself, you don't respect yourself, you don't even know who you bloody well are. You don't know the value that you have, you don't know the good that you are, you don't know your purpose in life. All you can see is all this pain and this suffering and this negativity. I get it, right? And then nothing makes me more happy than to help you move out of there, okay? Because life is too short. It's ticking by so quickly that, you know what? Let's enjoy the rest of your life. That's the way you have to look at it. We make excuses for a lot of people because they're this, because they're that, because they're sick, because they're that. And I know what I speak of. I have a sister who's disabled. And you know what? She's very nasty. She used to be a nice person, but she stayed in negativity too long. And she's become very toxic. And a lot of people will look at me like, you know, Rita, why are you being mean to her? She's disabled. It doesn't give them an excuse to beat you up because they're sick or toxic. What they're basically doing is feeling sorry for themselves. They're angry about their life. So they want to bring other people down and use your energy to do it. So no, you're right. Never tolerate that abuse at all. And finally, I want to finish off with a post that Cherise posted. Thank you for posting. The question was, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you feel your emotional needs were met as a child? From the few that have answered, let me see here. Many are saying 1 or 2. One are saying 0. Galen. Some are saying 3 or 4, 1 or 2. So that's below 5. So yes, you are here in this group because your emotional needs were never met. I was also in a marriage where my emotional needs were never met. And when you don't feel good about who you are, your emotional needs will never get met by another person. We're always looking for validation and to have our needs met by other people. And honestly, the other people in your life are only supposed to enhance your happiness, not, be responsible for your happiness. That's the difference. So, yes, as a child, your emotional needs should have been met by your parents, because that's the platform and the foundation to being healthy, to being happy, to knowing who you are, and to growing up and living an authentic life. If they don't give you that platform, if they're constantly berating you, saying that, you're stupid and good for nothing, then that's going to break you down right from the get-go. Is it any wonder that you live an adult life completely confused about who you are? All right, so your parents dropped the ball. And in their defense, there was no parenting manual. There still isn't. Parents are still not being taught how to be healthy, good parents. But as an adult, it's now become our responsibility. Okay? It's easy to hang your hat and keep blaming them, and rightly so, I get it, because they started the negative ball rolling. But now we gotta own it, because if you're looking for validation from toxic parents, it's never gonna happen. So stop wasting your time, because they don't see a problem with themselves. They think you're the problem. So you've got to look within yourself and be prepared to do the work yourself, all right? So you could eventually heal that, forgive them, and then move on and create a better life for yourself. So that's all I want to say today. I hope that answers some of the questions. So please feel free to reach out to me. Again, I'm going to put the link to the various programs and start this new year right. Don't go another year of your life living in misery and anger, sadness, and depression. Okay? Make this a better year. Please. You deserve that. Okay? So from my heart to yours, stay in the light of truth and love. Do not give up. This is going to be a powerful year if you take that next step. God bless you. Stay in the light. Feel free to reach out, and I'll talk to you next time.